What's something your family doesn't know about you? I'm 18 and I bought my first scratch off and won $10,000. I put it in saving and parents don't know I have it. Never buy another scratch ticket, dude. I'm studying graphic design every day, haven't touched games for months, yet they think I'm playing video games when I'm working on my computer. Where I live, what my phone number is or email address. My family now knows I write romance novels for a living. They don't know I used to write straight up jerk off erotica as my sole source of income for a couple of years. That means that they definitely don't know that every Christmas present I bought for them during that time was paid for by basically the deepest perversions I could conjure up. My mother has a small statue of an elephant that I bought for her one year. It has pride of place on the mantelpiece. She has no idea that it was the direct result of me writing a very vivid bee scene. That's between me and the elephant, and so shall it remain. Never gonna address that elephant in the room. That I'm infertile. They are waiting for babies but they won't be coming. Hey, same here, guy, but I told my parents almost immediately and they were very supportive. Tough break. Good luck on your journey and hope you have someone you can talk to. Feel free to vent if you ever need to. I got suspended from school because I used to skip lessons all the time. Weirdest punishment ever. My mum knew and didn't want to tell my dad as she knew he'd be disappointed, so she told me to work hard and get back on track. My dad left for work earlier than I went to school and got home after school finished, so I would just lie and pretend I was at school all day. I'm nearly 30 now and he still doesn't know. Mum to dad years ago Apra got suspended from school. He's really upset about it and is afraid to tell you. Dad, he will tell me in his time. It will be a good life lesson. Over a decade later. My sexual abuse isn't known by 97% of my family or so. My dad has an inkling, and vice versa. I'm positive he was abused by his brother, and my older brother has a habit of getting drunk and trying to get answers out of me about our childhood. His brain seems to have wiped itself clean about it all. Apart from those two, it's entirely my own issue. I used to have a crippling opiate addiction and contemplated ending my life numerous times, but was able to detox and get myself clean cold turkey all without them even knowing I had the problem. I've since had a conversation with my dad about it. He thought I had just decided to move away from my home because of a better job, when in reality it was to separate myself from all of my old connects. I actually took a pay cut at the new job. Anyhow, 2 years later I'm doing better than ever. However, I have stayed out of town for obvious reasons. I'm glad you're doing better. I am just as needy as you all. I can be independent but deep down I miss your attention and company. I just don't seem that way since everyone I know is needy, so there is always someone. This one hits a little too close to home. Not to make this depressing, but they don't really see how lonely I am. I faked a job offer so I can move to another city that is 3,000 miles from them. This is exactly what I am planning. That I'm badly depressed all of the time. Expect when I visit them. Going back home is just so comforting and I know that it's always my home no matter where I am. I seriously dread the day I lose this. It's one of my biggest fears. This was wholesome, and if you feel this strongly about them, you should definitely tell them. Seems like they'd give you nothing but support. Dad, I'm not actually that incompetent. You breathing down my neck when I'm cooking driving freaks me the frick out. Also, I haven't been a virgin for years. I hate my sister. She is a self-absorbed, attention-seeking C. She starts conflict and is proud for standing up for herself. B, you wouldn't be in that situation if you didn't start it. She's always the victim. My parents' sister and brother walked on eggshells around her just so she wouldn't flip out. I did for the longest time until I got tired of her crap. I was labeled the butthole for setting her off. Almost the same thing happens at my house. Sister is the same way, but I don't have a brother. My mom is generally the one targeted by my sister, and my dad does nothing to help. Can't wait to get away from her. That I crashed a car on purpose to get out of work 3 years ago. Being bullied at work and couldn't face going back, so crashed my car, slowly, into a tree so I could have several months off while I recovered. Didn't do it to hurt myself or kill myself. I have severe anxiety, and work made it 1,000 times worse. Yes, I know it was stupid, and yes, I know I could have done a million other things, but I needed a way out instantly. I understand Ukrainian and I know they talk about how I should have been aborted or given away. I just get in my car and drive. I never really have a destination. I just need to leave. I've done it ever since I had access to cars. My mom will ask why I have a sleeping bag in my car and I'll just lie because I don't want the hassle. Driving aimlessly and listening to music is my favorite coping mechanism for pretty much anything. Usually it's my last resort for when I'm really at my breaking point. I'm a virgin and have never dated. I'm told I'm attractive and I go partying a lot and spend some other night at male friends' houses. My parents always make comments about being responsible and safe when I'm leaving the house because they think I have a date even if I told them my male friends are just friends. Dude, I feel you. I have a massive savings account. Same man, mine can hold millions. Shame it's empty though. I have a huge tattoo on my forearm that I've had for the last 10 years. I'm currently getting it removed with laser, but I've been using long sleeves whenever I get together with the family. My family is extremely conservative. Frickin' annoying in the summer. I was molested by my autistic older sister, but I can't tell anyone because she's special and quirky. I'm planning on telling my therapist soon. I love them more than I show them. I can't show love to anyone of my family for some reason. They probably think I don't care about them, but I do, and one day I'll tell them. Tell them now. I felt the same way and then my mother was killed. I'll eternally regret not showing her the love she deserved sooner. That I've been suicidal for a while now and it's been a really rough summer. Ditto. Hoping things get easier for you, stranger. That I'm a millionaire. I'm super frugal and don't show it, but every time I make a big purchase they raise an eyebrow. That's awesome, dude. Good for you. I probably won't be telling anyone either if I ever get there. I'm black. Dad, I know it's you. You can trick me. You caught me. I've made $300k in stocks. Hey, it's me, your brother. They don't know that I was physically abused by my ex-wife when I was married to her. They don't know I've twice tried to kill myself by taking sleeping pills and alcohol or taking interacting drugs within the last 3 months. I do have people who support me and look out for me. Crap's just rough, you know. We got your back in whatever way you need. That I am happy. This isn't for granted nowadays. I'm happy for you. They don't know that I know I am their least favorite child. They also don't know just how much their opinion of me still matters to me. That most of them are just people to me. I don't feel any obligation to love them, but a bunch of them are fun to be around, and I'd consider them friends. Love is too strong a word, though. That I'm a retired multimillionaire at 39 yo. They just think I'm a freelancer who travels a lot. It's for the best, I think. I can hear every time they talk about me like I left the building, and I am not exactly lazy. There's a lot of noise I have to sort through upstairs before I can really do something. Once I get going I am fine, but the noise is still there. I have Reddit. The week after graduation from high school I tried to hang myself in the basement but the rope broke. I wasn't going to college and I didn't see a bright future ahead. That was 5 years ago as of this past Friday. Right now the world seems very dark still, but I'm trying hard and I'm fighting every day to keep moving forward. I'm not lazy, I'm just severely depressed and have PTSD that makes my everyday life a struggle. I try to behave and do as I'm told but half the time I don't even see a point in staying alive. I'm sorry I'm not the perfect child you wanted me to be. You're enough, buddy. Keep going, you're stronger than you think. The fact my cousin is half black and neither my aunt nor uncle are black. That I have social anxiety and crippling depression every day. It's second nature to just say I'm fine and move on. They think I'm lazy because I don't have a job and sit on my computer or lay in bed all day, when in reality it's because I can't put myself through the stress, fear, and constant stomach knots from interacting with people every day. and I need a job because I have student loans to pay from when I dropped out of college from my social anxiety. They think I'm just shy and eventually I'll grow out of it, but they grow more impatient by the year. I can't open myself up to any real person, so therapy is out of the question. I can't even sit down to tell people about my issues because I feel emasculated and patronized. I cried every night for years. I'm 21 and never had a date or any kind of romantic contact to a girl. Everybody thinks I'm a super funny and confident person, but they don't know that I suffer. Well, that actually changed some weeks ago. I've met a girl and had my first kiss, and I am going on a date next Saturday. Well, that was a heartwarming, positive vibe of a roller coaster. Congratulations and good luck on your date. They don't know the actual amount of difficulties that I had going through life with undiagnosed ADHD. I got diagnosed at 28 after having essentially my third mental breakdown because of the huge amount of pressure and disgust I put on myself for failing to do even the simplest things. I told my parents and they were devastated, not because I had ADHD, but because they never knew or suspected. And honestly, looking from the outside, it was impossible to see. I was valedictorian, graduated college magna cum laude, participated in tons of activities, seemed to have friends, etc. But I was so broken and only did those things because of deep shame that resulted in an almost suicide attempt that my body saved me from. It's hard to allow yourself to die from exposure. I was hoping to make it look like an accident, but after my body said nope, not gonna happen, I realized I really needed professional help. I'm doing much better now, but I know my parents wouldn't handle that well. That I'm atheist. I make 60% of my income from scamming scammers. That I'm an atheist in a family where the maternal side is particularly religious. The only one who knows is my mom, and she is not happy about it. I am no longer religious, and I am quite gay. I don't like cheese. Seriously, mom, you have the memory of a goldfish. Wanted to share a positive story. I am getting married in October. After my grandmother and my mother and father died, I separated myself from my cousins, aunts, uncles, surviving grandparents because our family was so toxic. In that 4 years I fell in love, developed a new family, and have been quite successful. You never know who is dragging you down. And before anyone asks, I made multiple attempts to rekindle relationships with family, but it's a two-way street that no one else was driving on apparently. My parents divorced in 2000 but were on and off after that. My mom and dad died 3 years apart, and because of his drunken ways and random knocks on the door I was relieved, and I wasn't invited to the funeral or included in the obit. I still have a little darkness from it, but there is so much light now that it drowns it out pretty well. I still have moments with my fiance when I'll get upset because something triggers me, but we talk about it and move on. You have been visited by the cat doctor. Comment cat health to get good health and do not get sick. If you are new to the channel, you can subscribe. I publish new videos every day. Until then, check another video, or don't. Either way, have a great day, you magnificent people.